Hello everyone. Today we'll be discussing this poem Aunt Jennifer's Tigers by Adrienne Rich. In this part, we'll be going into the parawise explanation of this poem. Now let us start by learning something about the poet. During her life, poet and essayist Adrienne Rich was one of America's foremost public intellectuals. Widely read and hugely influential, Rich's career spans 7 decades, and it has centered around the story of post American poetry itself. Now we'll be going on into the parawise explanation of the poem Aunt Jennifer's Tigers. Now, this poem, Aunt Jennifer's Tigers, it's basically based on the toxic masculinity, uh, the patriarchy that is deep rooted in our society. That is, men are considered superior than women in all forms, in all areas. So this poem highlights this deep rooted idea in our society, the disadvantages of it, and the miserable condition that the women go through whole of their lives because of this deep rooted idea. This is so normal, this is so deep rooted that we do not consciously accept this reality. We are living in this reality, but we are not ready to consciously accept it. This idea of patriarchy, this idea of toxic masculinity, this is so deep rooted. We are so comfortable with the idea that men are superior than women, and they can physically or mentally control them, that we are living in this condition. So this poem is all about it. This poem is how a woman. This poem is all about how a woman is trying to set free from all of these conditions, and how weak she is. That she has to take the help of art to come out of this condition, to express her miseries, to express the all the bondages, all the barriers that she has to live through. Let us start by reciting the poem. Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen, bright topaz denizens of a world of green. They do not fear the men beneath the tree. They pace in sleek chivalric certainty. The starting of the poem itself, it tells us that Aunt Jennifer is working on a tapestry. Tapestry is basically, it's a piece of thick fabric as shown in this image. This is a piece of thick fabric on which various patterns are woven with the help of wool. So Aunt Jennifer is also working on the screen. The poet is referring to tapestry through the word screen. She's making beautiful images of tigers, which are bright topaz denizens of a world of green. Through this line, the poet is depicting that these tigers, which Aunt Jennifer is drawing on the tapestry on the screen, they are bright yellow or brownish in color, just like the precious stone topaz. They are bright yellow and brown in color, and they are the denizens, that is, they are the inhabitants of the world of a green, of the world of green, that is, they are the inhabitants of forests, lush green forests. So till now, what we have grasped is Aunt Jennifer is drawing the images, is weaving the images of tigers on her screen, on her tapestry, which is bright yellow or brown in color, and it is appearing as if they are the inhabitants of a lush green forest. They do not fear the men beneath the tree. They pace in sleek chivalric certainty. Now, from these two lines, the poet is depicting that these tigers, which Aunt Jennifer has woven on the screen, they do not fear the men. These tigers, the symbol of fearlessness, the symbol of chivalry, the symbol of determination and strong will, all of these qualities are in these tigers which Aunt Jennifer has woven. They do not fear the men. Through this line, Adrienne Rich is depicting the contrast that what Aunt Jennifer is not having all these qualities. But the tigers which she is drawing, they have all these qualities. They are fearless, they do not fear anyone, they are chivalric, they are roaming freely, they do not have any barriers. So this is the contrast that the poet is setting up in the last two lines of the first stanza. That is, the tigers that Aunt Jennifer has drawn, the tigers which are nothing like her, they fearlessly roam around the forest. They do not fear the men. They do not fear any physical authority placed over by men, and they pace in sleek chivalric certainty. The new word for you must be chivalric. Chivalric comes from the word chivalry. Chivalry is basically honorable behavior shown by men. Through this line, the poet is saying that the tigers run around the forest, showing the quality of chivalry. They are so sleek in this quality that it appears as if they are depicting this quality through running around the forest. So basically, the poet is saying that all of the qualities which Aunt Jennifer doesn't have, which Aunt Jennifer wants to have, wants to employ in her own personality, she is depicting in her tigers, in the woven tigers on her tapestry. Aunt Jennifer's finger, flutting through her wool, find even the ivory needle hard to pull. The massive weight of Uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. Now, this is the real stanza where all the fears of Aunt Jennifer are being depicted, her weaknesses being depicted. Now this line, fingers fluttering. Fluttering means shaking. So Aunt Jennifer's fingers are shaking when she is working with the ivory needle. When she is weaving the tigers on her screen with the help of an ivory needle, her hands are shaking because she is feeling the massive weight of her wedding ring on her hand. This is an exaggeration made by the poet. A wedding band is not so naturally heavy that you feel its weight, that you feel its weight and your hand starts shaking. This is a poetic device employed by the poet, that Aunt Jennifer's hands are fluttering when she is working with the needle because of the massive weight of her husband's wedding ring, of the ring given by her husband. This is to depict that Aunt Jennifer has grown so physically weak, she's grown so timid that she's gone physically weak, and she's not able to complete even simple tasks because of the physical tortures done by her husband, because of the all of the barriers that are being placed upon her, and the burden of a toxic marriage. This is because her hands are fluttering. Her hands fluttering are the depiction of all the miseries that she is going through. This line, this stanza is depicting this, that due to the toxic marriage that she is in, she is not able to complete even some menial tasks. She is so weighed down under the uh, under her husband, under the ordeals that she is placed in. She is not able to do some simple tasks. That she is so mentally unstable. When Aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie, still ringed with ordeals that she was mastered by. The tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. This is the concluding paragraph, which tells us that even if the aunt dies, her terrified hands will still lie, ringed with the ordeals that she was mastered by. What does this line mean? This line means that even if Aunt dies, the weight of her husband's orders, the weight of the society's orders, and their misconceptions about masculinity, they will still live on. She will still be associated with all the ordeals, all the works that she had to do, all the miseries that she had to go through, all of these miseries will go on happening with other women like Aunt Jennifer. She will still be burdened under her husband, under the toxic marriage that she was when she was alive. Even after she dies, all of these ideals will go on living. But the tigers that she made, the tigers on the panel that she made, which were so fearless and bright in color, bright yellow in color, they will go on living. What does this mean? This means that no matter what happens to the society starts thinking differently about masculinity, patriarchy, but the art will go on. The art will go on to live. The artist's work will go on to live and speak volumes. Art is what is immortal. You cannot destroy someone's work, you cannot destroy someone's reputation, just like Aunt Jennifer's tigers, which she drew on, which she weaved on the screen. The tigers will go on prancing, the tigers will go on running fearlessly in the forest, even after she lives. But in another sense, this also means that the toxic behavior by men, this will also go on living even after even after ages to come, if we do not work in this direction. This stanza also means that even after ages come, even after generations and generations, this toxic behavior will go on happening with other women if we do not work in this condition. But on the other hand, if people like Aunt Jennifer, they take the help of art, their art will go on and inspire other generations to come out of the miseries that they are going through presently. That's all for the day. Thank you and have a nice day.